Hi, it's time for one of James's video diary entries for the day. Today is Sunday, June 14th, 2026. I'm outside today. It's been a gloomy day. It hasn't worked out super bad for me. Been a little bored, spent some money, got some brakes coming for my Jeep. Having a little bit of an existential crisis. I got my new belt. I ordered one from a horse harness maker because I'm getting fat. Part of it is sedentary lifestyle. Part of it is I'm eating my feelings. I think I got a date for next week. Still working on that one, I think. I don't work like everyone else, or at least I don't have the experience of everyone else. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. It was an accidental thing. I kind of accidentally messed around by accident, and I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if I'm going to be back in town during that time or not. I'm hoping so. And I'm hoping it turns out well. It's been a long dry spell for me in the intimacy area. Dealing with a lot of people who, when you investigate them deeper, and I honestly haven't investigated this person much at all, but I'm thinking, check it out, see what the behavior is. This person's not somebody I'd conventionally consider, but behavior tells a tale. I have noticed that people are starting to look at me a little differently. I've noticed that I'm down to 2 debts they're private, and I'm working on figuring out how to do that. I'm gambling a lot with the lottery. I'm gambling a little more than I ordinarily would. I don't know, something's going on in my life. I can see changes. My digestion is I've got something going on with the acid in my stomach, because it's coming out as it's running through me. Finally been able to get out in nature, and it's fairly nice, although it is overcast and it is looking like rain, and I did make a mistake this morning by accidentally leaving the truck windows open when I was sleeping, and it rained, so I hope the truck's drying out by the time I get back to it. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, I'm shifting a little bit because I'm sitting on a stone, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It's nice and quiet here. I got clean laundry. The place I sleep is fairly safe. It's not perfect. And I pull out tomorrow morning as soon as the place opens to load me for beans. I should be over there very, very, very early. I still don't have a place to live, like a residence. So as I'm being headhunted by other places for Michigan Works here in Michigan, I'm having to turn them down, or at least the investigation is leading to dead ends due to the nature that I would need a residence to be able to do day work, or at least a sleeper cabin. I don't see that happening. It's not because I'm unqualified. It's not because I wouldn't like to have a nice place to have a reliable schedule. Who wouldn't like to have a place to call home? I don't have much for retirement or anything. There's never really been an incentive. It's always been pay for somebody else's delulu, and then they cry because you never have enough. Well, what incentive have you provided me? Hell, my daughter's tried to extort me, and I think she was trying to get me to catch a case. Extort me to get me to catch a case. And she was going to generate all of the evidence. And yeah, I said, yeah, no, that's why I cut her off. I don't know, last candidate I chased here in Saginaw, it's been about, a year. She was a business person, supposedly. She wasn't very good at it, and her behavior, at least from where I was standing, explained a lot of her life experiences. It explained why she wasn't a very good business person. And it also explained that, hey, I asked her out to a bar. It was karaoke and food. Yeah, because I'm an adult. I'm almost 50. And, I haven't been 20 in a long time. And, when I get running the road, I don't always get happy time off. I don't always get a good schedule. And as an adult, a bar with food and karaoke, we don't have to drink. I wouldn't have drank, being a driver. Well, most of the time I wouldn't drink anyway, just because, it's really expensive, A, and B, I really didn't have any reason to, if I can't trust my environment, I have to have my wits about me almost exclusively. When I could trust my environment, and I'm really, really in that position where I can, or I just need this medication, I take it. I did it almost exclusively in my 20s. I was a lippy kid. Very angry person. Well, if you take and breach a contract on someone, and that takes all of their incentive away from them, smash their shit up because they don't have enough money to buy new. Wonder why they don't want to be around you, or you have to force them into taking you. I could choose it. I just don't want to be forced to choose it because you decided something that I didn't agree to. It's the same thing with the kids. Part of what made that make sense. So, it's been over for a few years, probably 10 years. Still, that it was so long, and it's such a touchy subject with me. And behavior is so telling. Even in the justice system, the baby mama got away with using the baby as a legal meat shield, and she shouldn't have been. She should have gotten drilled, because it didn't build for the family. It doesn't build into the community. And if it incentivizes me to be supremely and viciously angry, to create brutal murder and violence, it's not exactly a smart incentive to let her get away with fucking whatever the fuck she wants. I guess Patrick Meter didn't give a fuck because it wasn't his ass in the saddle. It wasn't his ass on the line. It wasn't his money. It wasn't his life. The same thing with the first baby mama girl thingy I tried after my baby mama. And I spent 5 years trying to build a family, and there's no way. The minute I completely walked away, well now I want one. Fuck, you wasted 5 years of my time being a stupid bitch, torturing me, and you expect me to just wipe the fucking slate clean because you made a decision? At that point, my choice is clear. Like when I was in Gladwin, when I had girl over, I only had one in my home. But when I made a reasonable request to get out of the living room to go to the bedroom so I didn't see the kids playing in the front yard, which shouldn't have fucking been there, and I didn't honestly have a good enough tactful way of getting them the fuck out, I didn't want to have to do that in front of kids. Just saying. Didn't want to deal with girls that are playing both sides of the fence. If you're laying for me and it ain't working, walk over and have a conversation. Don't expect me to do all the fucking work. You showed up, you're going to? Well, it's not going to happen if you don't hook me into getting me to choose that. It ain't going to happen. You'd say you were going to. Well, I was going to be a millionaire, but I turned it down. And I turned that down more than a couple of times. Now I'm going to have to build it from the scratch. I mean, if I won the lottery to be a millionaire, it's not probably hard. Abundance is around. You just got to tap into it a little bit. Just if I can't have power over what I need to be building, to where I'm going to be holding the bag for somebody else's tartary, I mean, that'd piss anybody off if they were standing in these shoes. You know, some of the girls I've chased, that I keep seeing the vehicle that they drove, because I was a mechanic for so many years, my RAS just tunes into it. That's probably why I'm tuning into it and seeing so many of them all over the country. It's weird, but it happens. I mean, you invest years of your life into doing something, and they say, well, now I'm ready. Well, now we've established a history. The marketing that could have, would have, should have happened, that initiated the investigation, and me looking into you and investing the time it took. But you've treated me like shit. Every time you need something, it's a priority. When I need something, go fuck yourself. Then you wonder why I don't want to be hanging around you? Patricia Bailey of Harrison, formerly of Roscommon, Irene Kaufman of Gaylord. Look, you want to, Sarah Love from Boise, formerly of Saginaw. I don't know where the hell she at. I'm guessing Bay City, because that's where a lot of the Saginaw people went. When Saginaw went to the shitter. Well, you parent people to the point where they shit on things and there's no consequences. Then when there are consequences, you shit on the guy who held his end of the bargain, not the guy who breached the contract, not the cause of the problem. I mean, I see it in a lot of the cases that I watch through some of these alternative news agencies and news producers. You see the parents sell their kids out for money, for fame. They didn't give two shits about that kid. Look at my parents. They gave enough of a shit to build me into a position where if they would have done better, I'd be in a better place. They'd have grandchildren. My dad would have a hot rod. But instead he's probably shitting himself in a fucking falling down farm that he literally couldn't tell his wife, fuck, let's support this kid. Let's get this kid right. Let's make it so that he can get it so it's palatable to him. That's his fucking life. It's not yours. And if you fuck him into where he sees your hand from the way you fucked him over, well, I just want it. You decide to fuck him up, and you won't let him discipline you. You wonder why you don't want to be around you? No, that's why I don't want to be around my parents. My father's a piece of shit. In my opinion, he's earned the animus I have towards him. My sister's the same thing. She's a fucking thief. She's a liar. She's very manipulative. Probably why she'd never get a man. I'd never seen her with one. In almost 30 years I lived in that vicinity, in her orbit, I never seen one around her. None ever wanted to hang around for more than a hit and run. They seen the behavior and said, oh, fuck, no, man. This is hit and run, man. I ain't hanging around for this shit. No way in hell. That bitch gonna be a crazy fucking cat lady. She's gonna be a Moby. We're gonna be hog hunting that bitch. Because she wasn't exactly a small girl. She could have done better and chose not to. Her house was a horrific fucking night terror. Now, mine wasn't exactly always perfectly clean. And look, I'm not going to tell you I'm a goddamn godsend. I'm not. I didn't have dishes laying all over the house. I did take full of dishes now and again. I had an issue with paperwork. Well, you get frustrated and the people you're supposed to be able to trust, you can't trust. Because you try to trust them and they end up fucking you up the ass and telling you have to choose what they decided. Taking your choice away from you, and you wonder why you don't want to be around them. Wonder why when they start making choices and you start seeing, you go, motherfucker, the last time I did this is what happened. That's why when I deal with investigating women, when they torture the hell out of me, I go, yeah, there's no way I'm going to fucking let this stuff slide as a standard. They wouldn't let it slide if I had reversed the situation. And 99% of people When I talk to them, say, hey, look, I know why I'm valuable to you. I know what my skills are. I know what I do for you. What do you do for me? I had one look at me like, the fuck are you talking about? You get to spend time with me. I said, what? How the hell is that valuable to me? You don't qualify to move forward in my process. You're literally fucking somebody else. So how the fuck are you going to move forward with me? Because if you're promiscuous, there's a great chance the other side of your equation is extremely promiscuous. And if I don't know who it is or where the disease came from, which of the indiscriminate partners, which is part of the reason for monogamy on my part. The other part is simple stability. If I only have one, I don't have 50 of them. I don't have the option. I don't get the opportunity to choose the wrong one. I only have to choose one. Then I get to choose that one over and over. The selection process doesn't end. It relaxes. And you don't start the wheels within wheels without Donna Burkett of Midland. She started the wheels within wheels. And every lie, once it came to the point where the lie was a deal breaker, or it was building into one, it's going, is her marketing what she's telling me, and do her actions actually back what she's doing? They didn't. They said something completely different. Then she tried to make me accountable for her fucktardery as a parent. My son didn't have a daddy. Whose fucking problem was that, Donna? You were mom. It was your job as mom to make sure dad didn't come around. If you didn't have a dad, your son didn't have a dad, that's on you. Just like my daughter didn't have me as a dad. Hell no, she wouldn't allow me that. She didn't want to do it right the first fucking time. She wanted to play this back and forth, fucktardic, ignorant thing. Now she got it with somebody who was richer, married her for her number. Because my baby mama was a Moby. I was an Ahab. The vehicle I was driving was a Pequod. I get it. I deal with all these people who think, well, everybody has this experience. Yeah, it's not my experience. I had the other one. Which is why I'm so damned hell-bent on this, along with the fact that knowing that my actions have consequences, time is a linear construct, knowing that certain things, actions, have such consequences that there ain't an apology. The action isn't polite, and an apology, there's not a big enough apology to be penitent for the act. And, God help me. He's helped me be here. He's put me in the presence of you guys. These are ears, these are not taxi doors. If you got a problem, comment, or concern, please put it in the comment section below. Look, I'm only me. If you have a question you don't have an answer to, put it to me. I'm a think tank. I deal with a lot of investigatory processes, and I have a lot of disciplines under my belt. And the ones I don't have, guess what? If I have to learn one, I fucking will. Because I do. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.